Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know as a leFH, a leaf blower, or a leHeffer. This one is on the north spawn of Serene Coast under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, one of my replays. In fact, actually, it's two of my replays back to back. And in fact, the games were played back to back this evening. Yeah, and I think you'll understand why I featured them in this video. Okay, 105mm light field howitzer mounted on top of a Shure B1. It's capable of 410 alpha, penetrating through 53mm of armor with a burst radius of 1.91 meters. Enemy have been sighted. Got a T-34 and an AMX-13 FL11. Now I spot this VK in the background. He's moving much slower than the others. I get a direct hit with my first shot. 139 hit points. He's backing up. I got a bit of reticule bloom there. And the reason you get reticule bloom is that the arc of this Arty is only 30 degrees, 15 degrees either side of the center line. So it's very easy to go outside the arc, and then you get the big reticule bloom and you can't fire accurately. Well, I'm trying to fire the AMX-13 FL11, but we've lost sight of him, so I can't shoot at him anymore. Out on the peninsula, we've got a KV-1S. Now he's gone behind that rock, which makes it very difficult to shoot him. And in fact, that KV-1S is going to become rather important in the battle later on, but yeah. Okay, now going back to the battle, we've got an S35CA, the bathtub, and he's sitting very solitary, all on his own, not moving because he's aiming. I'm fully dialed in. Rounds out on his spot. That's a direct hit. So he's lost a lot of hit points. Now I'm going to reload. My second shot goes to the right, so I didn't get an accurate shot there, but I will fire one more round just to check and see if he's still there. And he has moved. Okay. Standard reload for this Arty is 8.92 seconds. My reload's 7.64, which is actually quite higher than most. I got a direct hit on the T-34 and I set him alight. Somebody asked earlier today, they said, oh, that's the kill. Somebody asked earlier today, can a tank be set on fire when it's in water? Yes, they can. I don't know if putting them in water actually puts out the fire. I don't think it does. We're trying to hit that super chappy who's just killed our VK3601H. I missed him with that shot, lining up another one. There's a T-52 headed our way as well. There he is. Now, fired snap at the T-52, but it was fairly well dialed in. The super chappy's made a big mistake. He's gone up onto the bank to shoot, and that's the end of his game. So I've got 2 kills now. Okay, T-52 on the way in. I've marked the target. I fire snap, and yes, I get a hit. He's coming for me. He knows I'm here. I auto aim on. Now he's moving away, so I fire again and got the kill. Yep, auto aim sometimes does work on target, especially when you've got fast reloading Arty. But I've changed my position just in case the enemy spotted me. I don't think he did. Okay. So 3 kills now for General Disturbance. Now, the good thing about the Fifi is because it's a premium vehicle, you can actually generate a lot of credits. And the reason I was playing the Fifi this evening was mainly to generate credits. Yes, because I needed extra so I could buy more tanks. And yes, it's one of the ways you can do it. You can play lots of games in the Fifi, have a lot of fun, and then use the credit extra. Well, the KV-1S poked his rear out, but I didn't get a hit. Now we've got a Chappy. Well, it was on target, but the kill shot goes to the KV-2. Okay, still no sign of the KV-1S. I'm hoping he'll poke his rear out. I think that's what he's trying to do. Tree goes down in the background. Kind of indicates there is another enemy tank there. There's a Skoda T25 somewhere around. I'm not going to fire at the fallen tree. I think he did that deliberately. KV-1S. I fire one in. Nope. Doesn't have any effect. Should have held on to that shell, I think. Over on the other side of the battlefield, we've got a Jackson. Okay, now I'm chasing him, and I've marked the spot. Yep, direct hit. It tracks him, holds him in place. I'm going to now pummel him with the next shot. Rounds out on him. And he gets killed by my teammate. I picked up a penetrating shot, though, for 464 hit points just before he went down, and I got the damage assist off the rest. So, having a good game so far. Now, somebody actually has indicated, why don't the guys move further south? Capture the enemy base. We've got a Skoda T25 dialed in, rounds out, and yeah, he's out the game. That's my 4th kill. KV-1S is on the move. Now, I got a bit of a rescue bloom there, and that really upset that shot. Can't see him now. And I know the G-Rose on that corner, although he is badly damaged. So the G-Rose is going to spot him before I do. I aim where I think he's going to first appear. G-Rose is going to get a proximity. I do see him. Unfortunately, the KV-1S pulled back just in time to avoid the shell. Thought that one would be accurate. RNG said, no, you're not going to get that. Got an AMX-13 FL11 coming up the hill. My shot falls short on that one. Trying to dial it up. Mark the target again, saying, my teammates, I am going for that guy. He's actually avoiding the shells incredibly well by moving backwards and forwards randomly. Nope, that was close, but didn't hit him. The MX-13 FL11 goes in for a face hug, and unfortunately Giro goes down with one shot, and so does the AMX FL11. So now we've got this KV-1S out in the peninsula. He has lost some hit points, and I'm still trying to get shots on him. I think he's still there. We have a box tank nearby. There he is. Okay. Again, he pulls back to avoid the shells. So this guy is a very good player. He knows how to avoid shells. And now I'm firing heat rounds at him to try and get a pen. Nope, didn't get that one either. Okay, now, this is not good. Okay, we've got an M10 RBFM. Now, he was last on that corner. I think he's moved up to the tree line. And we see the enemy griller. Rounds out on him. Yeah, he got heat round. One shot, penetrated him, and he's out the game. Not very nice. I'm still firing heats, actually, by the way. I didn't take it off. I fire one, and nope. I've only got 14 rounds of HE left. Switch back to HE. That was a heat round. Going back to the HE. Our Panzer IV Ausführung H goes in, and the M10 RBFM does go down. But now there's only 3 left on our team, and 1 enemy, that KV-1S. And he's finally made it down to the other end of the map. And he's approaching our Panzer IV Ausführung H. I fire ahead of his track. The shell just misses him. I only need to get 1 pen on his rear, and oh my god, we've lost sight of him. All I've got left is the box tank, the SU-100Y, and I've got 11 rounds of HE, so I fire 1 round left. Yes, he did actually knock that tree down, but the box tank doesn't know where he is, and I don't know where he is, and I'm short on ammo now. Only got 10 rounds. Oh, I fired at the bushes thinking he was still there. So now I've only got 9 rounds left. I need to conserve ammo. I can't afford to waste ammo now. I keep telling other players that they shouldn't take too many blind shots unless they're absolutely certain something might be there or it's a good position. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have to move. I need to support my teammates. I need to use my W key, get closer to the enemy so I can shoot them face to face if necessary. But actually, what I need to do is get closer to the SU-100Y so I can support him just in case he does find the KV-1S. He hasn't got as many hit points as the KV-1S. He's got half his health, KV-1S, but the SU-100Y is only 1/4 of his hit points. I've got 340, and you can see 540 is up, so that means that the SU-100Y has only got 200 hit points left. Now we can see him off in the distance, or can we? No, we can't see him at the moment. He's outside range. Outside my view range, that is. This is the thing, you mustn't be afraid as an Arty player to move up close to the enemy. Sometimes you're going to meet them face to face, and when you do, that's going to be the winning moment. Because if you can handle it, you will get a victory. Well, I'm coming down the peninsula to try and find the enemy, and I found him! It's the KV-1S has gone up onto the same position that he went to before, and I'm aiming for that gap. Now, he knows that I can hit him if he comes around that corner. And now I've got the box tank coming out. He's spotted this. So he's coming out to try and shoot him from the peninsula. From the end of the peninsula, rather. So he should have a clean shot. If he's hiding behind that rock, he's going to get absolutely annihilated by the box tank. Okay, box tank is looking. Where are you? And he's coming for me! Okay, can I get a clean shot? Oh, difficult! And yes, I got him! 6 kills! Top Gun, and won the game. Arty wins. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for general disturbance in the 105 leFH18B2. I managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, I got 16. I also got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills in the game, and I got a win rate of 6,961, which is super unicum and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score and see where I managed to get. Well, I didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the M10 RBFM on the enemy team. He picked up a high caliber for 2,318 hit points, slightly more than I did. I did 2,186 in second place. And in third place was the VK3001P on the enemy team with 1,497. When it came to kills, I definitely got the highest with that. 6 kills went to me. 3 kills went to the T67 on our own team, and on the enemy team, their M10 RBFM and the KV-1S both got 3 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, yep, I got that one as well, 1,163. In fact, I was the only player to get over 1,000 base, with the next highest being the AMX 12-ton with 862, and followed, or 882 rather, I should say, and 774 went to the box tank as well, who was rather relieved that he didn't have to chase after that KV-1S, because of course the KV-1S does move a little bit faster than the box tank. I fired 42 rounds in that game, only had 8 rounds left at the end, 12 direct hits on the enemy, 5 penetrating shots and 10 splash. If we look at the actual tanks that I actually hit, you can see that I actually nuked that super chat. He was sitting on the railway line, taking shots at my teammates. And yes, I absolutely smacked him. I also got a penetrating shot on the Jackson. That was the one, the round went in just before my teammate killed him off. And I got a penetrating shot on the T34. That was the one where it was set alight. I got a fire on him. And then, of course, he went down later. The KV-1S I didn't penetrate, but I did overwhelm his armor. And I didn't penetrate the S35. Of course, I did penetrate the Gorilla. That was a heat round. Went straight through him, and he was nuked. And the Skoda as well. Yep, took a round in the side. 111 hit points, went right through him, and he was out the game as well. I also got 10 splashes, as I said. 2,186 hit points of damage in total. 1,842 of that was at more than 300 meters. So there was some close range action. That was on the KV-1S and also the T52, because he got very close to me. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, 129 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, I actually earned 109,396 credits out of that game. And I also got 11,167 experience points because I got a mission completion of 6,980. So it was a very good game. Yes, I did snapshot that last shot. I tell people, don't snapshot, it's a waste of time. But the KV-1S was very close to me when I actually took the snapshot. And I realized if I didn't get a shot in there and then, he was going to go behind the rock and then peek out and take one shot and take me out the game. So I had to take it, and of course luck was in our favor, and we nuked the side of that KV-1S, and he went down straight away. So if you thought that was a good battle, just wait until you see the next one. This one is very interesting indeed. Here's the second battle, and this one took place just 10 minutes after I finished the last game. And yes, I was trying to sort myself out and do the replay onto Salty Jedi website. Game on! Well, you can see my colleague in this game is an AMX13AM, and I'm headed off into the trees. I'm not going to go all the way to the back. I'm actually going to stay up near the front because I have the feeling that that's going to be important in this game. Notice how I skirt around those trees which actually can fall down, so I'm not trying to give away any position at all. And I'm down into that little dip in the ground where I've got the protection of the camouflage tent, and I can shoot at the enemy. Okay, so we're just going to have a bit of fun. To start with, I aim up onto the heights, but an enemy tank has been spotted in its KV-2, moving rather rapidly actually. I line up a shot ahead of his path, and I hit him, but did absolutely no damage with an HE round. Okay, rounds out again. That one hits him. That one hit the top of his turret for sure. And I'm going to leave him now to the others. Oh, no, he's popped out. Now, I wonder, can I get a shot? Nope, because he's dead. Okay, Leo. Can I get a shot? Yes! And a penetrating shot for 461. Remember, it's 410 alpha, so that's the high roll. And I tracked him again, and now he's going to go down. And he's out the game, so I got the damage assist off that. Okay, we've got a Churchill 7 just the other side of the path. And he's gone down very quickly indeed. There is another enemy tank there. There's an AMX just the other side, the M445. Now, I fired that one in, but I didn't see that there was that overhang in the way. So I've marked the target to say I'm going after that guy. Can't get a solution that way, so I fire this way. Yep, direct hit for 81. It lets him know that if he backs up, I'm going to have him. If he moves forward, my teammates will have him. Okay, just keep pumping these rounds in. Just notice how he's actually moving backwards and forwards to avoid the shell. Okay, that makes life difficult for me. Rounds out in his rear. It did do some damage, but not enough. I need to get a round on his engine deck if I can. He's being very careful. I am spending a lot on rounds, but it's worthwhile. Again, he dodges the shell. Okay, can we get a shot on? No, I fired behind him, thinking he was going to go back. And in fact, he does go down in the end to our KV-2. Well, a lot of enemy tanks have actually managed to make their way down the west side of the map, and we just spotted a T-50. But look at this, a Panzer M10, a Panther M10, a premium tank, gone down into the dip, and that's the end of his game. It looks like our Polak did the same thing. He's gone down into the dip as well. So yes, a couple of tanks out the battle. T-50, rounds out. Close, but not on him. Now, can I knock him down into the gap? Well, it was fully dialed in, but he moved just before I could get the shot. Still marking the target. Chasing the target there. Just missed him. Oh, he went up against the rock. Now, can I get a shot on target? Oh, and he's tracked. Unfortunately, he also kills my teammate in the Excalibur. And before I'm reloaded, so I fire at the AMX-13 and get a pen shot on him. 456. I've lost sight of the AMX-13, but I fired one in just in case I lost, he was unspotted. Now I've got the ARL-44. Yep, that's a hit for 115. Just keep piling these rounds in on that guy. Yep, another hit, 132. He knows the shells are coming from my direction, but he's actually aiming at my Leopard at the moment. And I'm just keeping the shells hitting him, which will really frustrate him. He's changed direction, but I still hit him. 58 hit points. He's going for the rock. Can I get another shot? Yep, another hit. 23 hit points. Just keep pumping them in. And another hit. 40 hit points this time. Just keep going. And this kill shot. So, I finally got myself a kill in the game. Now, there's a T-34 somewhere on that corner, but the AMX-13 FL11 went down into the dip to try and avoid. The Leopard is going around to try and find him. I was just taking care that I could get the shot. Oh, look! VK3001D actually got wiped out by our VK3002D. And I've just been spotted by somebody, so I'm going to have to move. Okay, just to avoid counter battery. The enemy does have a Gorilla and a 105 leFH of their own, so I don't want to be on the receiving end of a shell. So I'm changing direction and I'm going over to here. I'm going to set myself up behind this camouflage net. Now, I did knock a few things over, which I shouldn't have tried to do, but okay, this is a good position. There's the AMX-13 FL11. He is down the dip. The Leopard didn't go down after him. Okay, it looks to me like he's trying to go up the ramp at the rear. Leopard's having a look. I've decided to go after him. I'm going to meet him face to face, and he's going to feel the 105mm round. Okay, he's moving up the ramp now. Okay, I might be able to Arty him from here. Okay, there he is. Okay, line up the shot, dial in. No, it hit the ground. Can I get another shot on target? Lined up. It did get close. It did a critical hit on his tracks. Can I get a kill shot? He's stopped for a second. And I've been spotted again by somebody. I think it's him. And the kill shot goes to the VK3002D. But I've changed my direction and movement. Guns up. Okay, so I'm going to try and help my teammates at the gap area. I thought for a second going down the gully and see if I can get up that way. But then I thought, no, I need to support the other direction. Just saw the enemy AMX-13 FL11 on the other side of the map. Or was it? No, it's an MT-25. Sorry. He was just attacking our KB2, but he abandoned that position. So I'm going to go to the north. And I'm going to go through the gap and see if I can get as close as I can to the enemy cap area. It's 6 versus 5. They've got an IKV-90B, the MT-25, an M10 RBFM, a Gorilla, and a Fifi. Again, don't be afraid to use your W key in a game. If you do, you will get rewarded if you actually practice it. Get closer to the enemy, you get more chances to get kills. And you can have some interesting moments with the enemy as well. Okay, I've stopped in this position because I can get shots on the enemy. Now, they spotted an IKV just on that corner, so I've worked out he's probably there, or round about there. Rounds out. Now, let's see that again, because I moved away thinking, oh, that's not going to be a kill. But I'm going to take control of the camera, because, yes, I do it sometimes. Okay. Took aim at the enemy. Now, I'm going to take control of the camera. You notice my aim moves to the bush. And I think he might be behind that bush. Fired there. Yes, that's where he was. So I've just wiped out their IKV-90. I now have 2 kills. And we know that there's an enemy up in these trees. I've only got 11 rounds of HE left. But somebody's up there. Because the other guys are shooting. And there's a tree going down. And I've just blind killed the M10 RBFM. So now there's only 2 enemies left, the MT-25 and one of their Artys, and we can see where the MT-25 is, and he's going after the AMX-13AM on my team. And he's circling him at the moment, taking shots at him. Okay, can I get a hit? No, but he drives away rather quickly. I'm now fully dilated. I take a snap. Didn't work, but it did show him where I was. So he's coming in my direction. I think that was a wrong shot. I should have taken that one. But I'm going to get closer to him. See if I can take him on face to face. There he is. Okay, now he can see me. I can see him. Okay, I'll take a hit for 64. That shot failed. He's going to get another hit on me. He does for 163. And another one. Now, well, that hit him hard. And I fixed my tracks. And I'm now on the move. Now, he's going to come down here to try and take me out. I'm going to try and take him on. Auto aim. I get a hit. Unfortunately, he does too. And I'm out the game. But at least I've reduced him to just 70 hit points. And the leopard is now after him. Okay. Our guys are capping in the cap. We've got the KV2 and the M6. And he's totally ignoring them. He wants to get the kill on the leopard. The leopard doesn't want to get hit. He just wants to persuade that guy not to go near his own cap, so we win. Okay, he's abandoning that spot, and that's it. We've won. So yes, I gave up my life, but I did it in a good cause, and we won the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was another ace tanker game for General Disturbance in the 105 leFH18B2. Yes, would you believe it? Ace back to ace. Yes, back-to-back aces. I got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, I got 20. I got a gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of my own vehicle. The high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on my team. My win rate from this one improved. It actually went up to 9,968. So yes, back-to-back games. You can see this one took place at 21:51. Previous game, 21:31. So yes, they were back-to-back games. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game was me this time, 3,683 hit points of damage. Second highest damage in the game turned out to be the IKV-90 on the enemy team. He must have got one hell of a surprise when a shell landed on top of him out of nowhere, because he wasn't spotted at the time it happened. The third highest damage in the game turned out to be RKV2, one of the guys who was in the cap. He got 1,334. When it came to kills, yep, I got the top on that as well. 3 kills to me, 3 kills to the VK3002D, and 2 kills went to the M6 on our team, and the ARL44, the Gorilla, and the MT25, and their Fifi also got 2. When it came to base XP, yep, I got that one too. So I got the top in all 3 columns. And yet again, I'm the only one to get over 1,000 base. This time round, getting 1,591. And the second highest was the Leopard with 841. And the third highest turned out to be the M6, who actually got a steel wall in that game, and 648. I fired 39 rounds, so I only had 11 rounds left at the end of the game. But yes, there was no way I was going to survive with that MT25, and I just had to sit there and take those shots whilst I was reloading. But I knew that I could get a hit on him, and that would certainly punish him. 17 direct hits on the enemy, 7 penetrations. And I'm pretty sure that MT25 was one of the penetrating shots I managed to get in the game. Let's have a look through the list. Well, I managed to get 456 hit points of damage on that unknown tank. I don't know which one it was. I'll probably look it up later and find out. I also managed to get a penetrating shot on the ARL44. I think that was the last shot I fired. Went through his front. I also got a shot onto the Panther. That was a penetrating shot. The guy was falling down the cliff and yes, fell into the pool at the end. The MT25, I did penetrate him. I got 560 of his hit points, but he did get the kill on me. And I also penetrated the IKV-90 out of nowhere. And I think the M10, yes, the M10 RBFM, the blind shot into the woods, 470 hit points, and it was a penetrating shot. So yes, I did have a lot of fun in that game because I was really hitting the enemy hard and getting a lot of penetrating shots. 3,683 hit points of damage, of which 3,123 were more than 300 meters. Yes, the MT25 was very close when I actually hit him. 5 hits received from that MT25, all 5 penetrated. He knew where to put the shells to do the worst damage. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, 371 hit points of damage assistance. Now, on a premium count, I earned 115,440 credits from that game, and I also took away 15,276 XP because I got another mission completion and a personal reserve bonus as well. So, yeah, it does happen sometimes. If you've never had an ace tanker in the Fifi, sometimes they can all come along at once and you suddenly get them one after the other. But it took me a while. In fact, it took me about 2 years, maybe 3 years before I got my first ace in the Fifi. And it turned out to be a tier 7 game with tier 5 tanks in it. And that's the way I actually managed to get the ace, because I was hitting so many high tier opponents and hitting them hard and earning lots of XP and also damage. I hope you enjoyed that replay, or both of those replays. If you did, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And remember, the more comments you make, the more chance that other people are going to watch your replays. And of course, then you get your skills shown to other people. Thanks for watching.